Hi, today we're going to do part of Lesson 5, fractions and decimals. The only part that this particular video deals with is writing a repeating decimal as a fraction. And in order to do that, you have to make two equations that are equivalent to each other and then subtract the equations from each other. And that sounds very confusing, so I'm going to show you some examples of that. Okay, so write 0.72 repeating as a fraction in simplest form. Well, what you have to remember is that 0.72 repeating means 0.72, 72, 72, 72, right? Okay, so what you first do is you say, okay, how many digits are repeating? Well, there are two digits that repeat. So you're going to multiply this number by 100. Okay, the number of zeros is the same as the number of digits that repeat. Okay, when you multiply this number by 100, your decimal moves two places. Okay, everything after the decimal is the same because it repeats forever. Okay, so now you've got 72.72 repeating. Notice I called that 100x because this original number is x, and you want to write that underneath it. I'm going to line up the decimals. Notice that after the decimal point, we have 0.72 repeating here, and we have 0.72 repeating here. They have to line up like that or this doesn't work. Okay, now we're going to subtract this equation from this equation. 100x minus x is 99x. Okay? 72.72 repeating minus 0.72 repeating is just 72. The 72 repeating cancels each other out because you subtracted it away. Okay? So now we've got what looks like a regular equation, and we can simplify that by dividing by 99. Well, now we've got x equals 72 over 99. And all we have to do is say, is that divisible by anything? What you need to remember, 9, our bottom numbers are always going to be 9 or 90 or 99 or 999 in these problems. 9 is only divisible by 1, 3, and 9. Okay, 99 is also divisible by 11. So those are the only numbers you have to check when you're simplifying. So 72 and 99 are both divisible by 9, and you wind up with 8/11. That's your fraction. And if you want to double check yourself, take 8, divide it by 11, and you should get 0.72 repeating. Okay, let me do one more, and I'll leave that there so you can see it. Okay, this next one I'm going to do, it only has one digit that repeats, 0.7 repeats. So since there's only one digit that repeats, I multiply it by 10. 10x equals 7.7 repeating. And x equals 0.7 repeating. Remember, x is the number we started with. We subtract those. 10x minus x is 9x. Here, this 0.7 repeatings cancel out, and we're left with 7. Divide both of those by 9, and you get x equals 7 over 9. That cannot be simplified. That is my answer, 7/9. And if you want to check that, you take 7, divide it by 9, you're going to get 0.7 repeating. Now, I would like you to do this problem and this problem on your own. Do your best, try it. You need to press pause on your playback, try those two problems, then press play to see how you did. So press pause now. Okay, let's see how you did. We have 0.54 repeating. 0.54 repeating. There are two decimals that repeat, so we multiplied by 100. 100x equals 54.54 repeating. X equals 0.54 repeating. 100x minus x is 99x. When you subtract this, you wind up with 54. Divide both by 99, you get 54 over 99. Both of those are divisible by 9, and you get 6 over 11. Okay, on this one I had 3 digits repeating, so I needed to multiply by 1,000. Okay, so it's 1,000x equals 213.213. X equals 0.213. 999x equals 213. Divide those both by 999 and you get 71 over 330, or excuse me, you get 213 over 999, which are both divisible by 3, and that gives you 71 over 333. Okay, there are a couple of other repeating decimal problems that are a little bit different. These two are different because not all of the decimals repeat. So I'll do one, you'll do one. And over here, we've got repeating decimals, but we've also got a number on the other side of the decimal point. And I'll show you how to do that as well. I'll do one, and you'll do one. Okay? So the first one, 0.83 repeating. We're actually going to do this the same way we did the others, but there's an extra step later on. Okay? So one decimal repeats. You don't do the same number of decimals that there are. You just do the number of decimals that repeat. So you have 10x, because there's only one decimal that repeats, equals 8.33. And you put the repeating sign over the second 3. Okay? X equals 0.83 repeating. And we subtract those, just like we did before. So far, nothing is really different, except that all of our decimals don't line up quite right. 10x minus x is 9x. 8.33 repeating minus 0.83 repeating. The 0.3 repeatings fall out, and we've just got 8.3 minus 0.8. So we have to borrow. The 8 becomes a 7. The 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. Put your decimal point there, and your 7 comes straight down. So 9x equals 7.5. Divide by 9. And we have x equals 7.5 over 9. I'm going to fix that. That looks terrible. 7.5 over 9. Now, we don't want decimals in our fractions. And in order to get rid of that, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of this fraction by 10. That gives me 75 over 90. Then I can simplify this fraction, okay? And both of those numbers are divisible by 15. Now, if you notice they were both divisible by 5 first, and then notice they were divisible by 3, that's fine. Or if you did the 3 and then the 5, that's fine. They are both divisible by 15, and you wind up with 5/6. 5 over 6. Okay? I want you to try this one. Okay? So go ahead and press pause and work it out on your own paper. Then press play to see how you did. Okay, let's see how you did. You had 0.954 repeating, okay, and 2 digits repeated. So you should have, I guess I can just close this, you should have multiplied by 100. When you subtracted, you had to borrow, and you had a decimal on top of another number. Multiply them both by 10 to get 945 over 990. Both of those are simplified by dividing by 45. If you didn't realize that, and divided by 5 first, and then divided by 3, and then divided by 3, that's fine. However you do it, you need to get down to 21 over 22. Okay, our last type that we're going to do is when you have a whole number and a repeating fraction. What I would suggest to you is you remember that that's 1 and 36 hundredths repeating. So we're going to put our 1 down here. We're going to add that on later. So we're going to just deal with the 0.36 repeating. So that's 100x equals 36.36 repeating. Okay, so then we have x equals 0.36. Okay, repeating. So 99x equals 36. Okay. Divide by 99. Divide by 99. And you have x equals 36 over 99, which both of those are divisible by 9, and you get 4/11ths. So your answer is 1 and 4/11ths. You don't have to do anything with the 1. It just becomes your whole number in your mixed number answer. So do this one by yourself, press pause, and then come back and check and see how you did. Okay, let's see how you did. 2.346 repeating has 3 repeating decimals, so we're going to do 1000x, 3.6 times, or 0.346 repeating, and x equals 0.346 repeating. So 999x equals 346. Divide both by 999. And actually, that is not divisible by anything, not simplified. And then you put your whole number back on, and you have 2 and 346 999ths.